Good afternoon. Here's one of my chapters from 12 Eggs in the Book, written by myself and illustrated by the wonderful Gary Craven. There was only 100 of these books ever printed. Each has been signed and numbered by both Gary and myself, and it's only available from me. So here's one of the chapters on page 58 called A Dream in Time Will Not Keep the Place Clean. Someone is not too impressed with Henry Egg. It was one of those days. I don't feel like doing anything sort of days. Henry just could not make up his mind whether to do this or to do that. This would have been involving tidying up, and that would have been cleaning and polishing. "Oh dear," said Henry, "such chores." He sat down to ponder and closed his eyes for what he thought was only a few seconds. The dust began growing long, spindly fingers, which crept out from under the chair and slowly but surely wrapped themselves around Henry. He couldn't breathe. He was trapped in a dust vine that continued to climb up towards the ceiling. A tentacle branched off and ate the curtains, whilst continuing to cover the glass, attached itself to the window frame. Henry was forced against his will through the glass and shoved outside where the wind was building up to cause mayhem. At the bottom of the garden, our arch enemy, Malice Jim, was instructing his dust controller to steer Henry into more danger. "I will crush that egg. If I can't have him, no one will. I will scramble him forever. Ha 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 ha! Malicious, delicious." He cackled, rubbing his kid-gloved hands together in malicious glee. The whirring of the whisks began to grow. They began marching up the garden path to the ever-growing dust vine that was enveloping the whole house. Everyone was fast asleep inside, oblivious to the ever-growing danger. Whirr, whirr, whirr. The whisks span faster, speeding towards the window, where Henry was being pressed tighter and tighter to the wall. "Help! I can't breathe. I can't move. I can't think," thought Henry strangely. Luckily, Henry, being an unbreakable egg, had magic powers which were hidden deep down inside his yolk. His extra thinking brain clicked into gear. "I need a strong wind to blow away all this dust. How? Off on a distant place in an outer universe, way beyond the edge of our solar system, sat Alien Egg. It was trying to mind his business and meditate at the bottom of a crater. However, its alien's antenna began to hum. They spun round in his shell, lighting up and bouncing around. Every part of Alien Egg was indicating that Henry was in real trouble back on planet Earth. So without a further alien thought, he flew off to find the troublesome mess. "I don't think I can last much longer," thought Henry, unable to make a squeak. Without any announcement, Alien Egg arrived, took a bow, and sped off round the house, flying faster and faster and faster. Round and round and round and up and down, like a tornado it went. The house began to shake, the trees began to bend, the dust began to lose its grip on everything. The whisks were thrown all over the neighbourhood, and then... Kapang! A massive explosion of dust spread all over the sky and dropped down like snow, covering the entire street. People were coughing and sneezing, whilst the dogs were barking and yelping. Henry was free from the giant dust vine at last. He heard his name being called. Henry! Henry! What are you doing? It's like this. Henry opened his eyes and saw Shelley peering right back at him. She was looking none too pleased. You've been asleep, she said, and we have friends coming round for tea. Look at this mess. Look at all this dust. Why didn't you polish it all off and make the place spick and span and sparkly clean? Henry looked around the room, spying layers of dust over everywhere and everything. Oops, he gulped. Had he really been asleep? Did he very nearly break? Well, to tell you the truth, it was not going to be this time, for sure. Bye.